My name is Marie Price, and I've been a volunteer at KHS for 11 and a half years. Now, my favorite job on site is on deck, and that's where you keep the kennels and the rooms clean up front in the adoption area. But I've also done, I foster. I worked in the clinic doing a TNR, straight and neuter. Done canine courage. Canine courage is shy animals, shy dogs that just need a lot more attention because they're afraid of people, and you just need to get their confidence back so they start liking people again. So they're just very frightened dogs. So you just have to work with them very, very slowly to gain their confidence. It's very rewarding to know that you've helped that animal gain confidence in people and not be afraid of them. They're confused, they're upset, and the volunteers here help them feel better again. And I think that's what makes it so rewarding for the volunteers.
Volunteers are vital to the mission of the Kansas Humane Society because we house and care for so many animals every single year. And we simply do not have the funding as a nonprofit to care for them with just staff. And the volunteers are what make the difference for each animal's life that comes in our door, whether it's the enrichment that they get, or the socialization, or just allowing us to do regular day-to-day operations like laundry or helping in the clinic or helping in adoptions. Without those volunteers, we can't exist.
I'm Lawson Trimmel, and I come in probably almost every day after school and then a lot on the weekends as well. And I usually just walk dogs, hang out with them in the play yards, but I really do enjoy dogs in general. I think that it's funny, humans aren't as forgiving. Humans say stuff that sometimes it's mean, sometimes they don't mean it, but dogs never say anything mean. Dogs, they're almost all of them, obviously there's some exceptions, but almost all of them are all super sweet, loving animals that truly just want to not only make people happy, but get love and attention from people. I would hope that I'm able to help some of the dogs to, I guess, understand how to interact with people better. Because I think in general most of the dogs are usually loving and obviously don't want to upset a person or do anything mean. But I think sometimes they do struggle to know how to interact with people. And I hope that through my being here and my working with the dog and my building that relationship with the dog is able to understand how to interact with people better. And so then not only can I help the dog, but then I feel like, again, the dog helps me to be a better person as well. You also build relationships in here with other people that are like-minded, other people that, are generous with their time, other people that don't mind coming in. And I mean, obviously sometimes the dogs are a little bit gross. People that don't mind coming in and, getting a little bit dirty, but doing it for the better of themselves and the dog. Yeah, I think that you can look in the mirror and say, and know that you used your time in a very valuable way. Because obviously all of us only have so much time, right? And sometimes that time can get short. But I think that if you're in here helping these dogs and that's how you use your time, when you look in the mirror at night, you know that you took your time and you made the very most out of it.
I think anybody that has compassion for animals and the understanding between the human and animal bond, that's all that it takes. If you care about animals and you're able to share some support, love, if it's folding laundry, so that's therapeutic for you, it makes all of the difference.
My name is Marilyn Gray, and I've been at the Kansas Humane Society as a volunteer for 11 and a half years. Well, when I first started, I tried different things because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And there's so many options and so many choices of things that need to be done at the shelter. So I tried just socializing with kitties and walking dogs and doing the laundry and some things like that. Then I learned how to do the adoption process as a counselor and as a completions host. So I've always had a love for animals, and so I really enjoyed the fact that I'm really helping save lives by volunteering my time here to help the staff do their jobs better as well as getting to spend time with animals that I wouldn't normally get to interact with. I really think people should do this because they care about our animal community and the fact that there are so many animals out there that need love and may not necessarily have a home today or have a loving home that makes them recognize that people are good and people want them to feel loved and wanted. And it's a great way to come in and share your love with all the animals that might not have it because they don't have a home yet. You know, volunteering can be hard. It's a lot harder for staff, but we see a lot of things during our volunteer time that might make us sad. And you know, you think about, well, I hate leaving that animal there at the shelter. But at the same time, by the time you get home and recognize, but what I did for that animal to make them feel loved and wanted and hopeful about finding their forever home. And when I work in the adoption department, I see them go home with their forever homes, to their forever families, and I see the happiness on the adoption process. And honestly, I'm a foster too. So when I go home, I take care of animals in my own home that I'm fostering on behalf of the Kansas Humane Society to make sure they get a better chance of survival, because sometimes the shelter just gets too full, but sometimes these animals need a little extra care or a little extra time to get big enough and healthy enough to have their spay-neuter surgery so that they can be made available for adoption.
I would like the volunteers to know that their work does not go unnoticed, that every person that's involved with the work here at the Humane Society, every adopter that takes home one of these animals knows it's because of the kindness, compassion work that they put in here.
I think anybody that likes animals would like this. You're helping the helpless. They can't help themselves. And we're giving them a good life while they're here, and hopefully they'll go on to have a better life when they leave here.